Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? Welcome. We are here, and I hope everyone is having a great week so far. Even though the CPI numbers came out, they're higher than we thought. Well, I get depending on your perspective. So that's a big part of what's been going on is dealing with that, and we've been seeing kind of a pullback a little bit. Oh, cool. Let's see here. Okay, is it working? All right, cool. Hey everyone, I'm glad. For a minute I was freaked out, like, holy crap, man, my mic's not working. What's going on? Jeez. Anyway, so tonight I'm going to get to it. Tonight we're going to talk about Web3 gaming versus artificial intelligence and what's going to reign supreme in the next bull run, right? We're seeing a lot of stuff going on. Those are the two sectors, in my opinion anyway, that are massive, right? Web3 gaming, and I really believe, even though Web3 gaming, globally is like humongous. Let's see here. I'm actually looking at, let me look over here. I'm just checking some numbers real quick, guys, to make sure. So basically, in 2021, there are 3.21 billion gamers. Now, I have a document somewhere, and this is globally, by the way. Now, this is not just blockchain. This is just gaming as a whole. Those numbers are, I know, are higher. And I was going to look for a report that I had, and I apologize for not getting a chance to do that. But we can just see the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Web3 gaming. So my mic is low. Really? Okay. Let's see here. All right. Well, it shouldn't be too low. That's kind of strange that it is. But can you still hear me okay? I hope you can. Because I want to make sure that you can hear me all right. So yeah, that's kind of strange. Throw me off. So anyway, what I want to do here, let's go over here and check this out. Thanks for being here, by the way. I want to go over and let's just take a quick look here. I'm going to go ahead 1 second. Cool. All right, I am going to do this. It's interesting with what's been going on in, I'm going to cancel this out. Oh, of course, we're going to move out of here. Of course, with everything going on with Bitcoin, with the halving coming up, that's going to be we're going to see how that affects the markets. And I'm wondering what you think about it. What do you think the markets are going to be when it comes to, the halving? Because I think that there's a lot of speculation on what's going to happen. Prices are going to go up. They're going to stay the same. One thing's for sure, they're either going to stay the same, go up, or drop. So you take your pick. But there we go. So what I want to do here is I'm going to see if I can do this. I've been having this thing, for some reason, I'm here, I promise. And this is going to go over here. And I'm going to have to, figures it's always like mic trouble. It always the same. There we go. Voila. So we are over here at CoinMarketCap. And I just like to come over here to, every now and then to see kind of where we are. Obviously we're seeing that Bitcoin is down. Pretty much everything is down, pretty much anyway. Fear and greed index 75. Could be worse. We want to be over in this area as much as we can. So we're just going to have to, kind of deal with it as we deal with it. But this could be worse with everything coming out today and the CPI numbers higher than what they were. We're going to see. But the main focus is talking about crypto gaming and also Web3, or Web3 gaming and artificial intelligence. Now, this is going to be an interactive, I want feedback. This is going to be an interactive, the more engagement, the better, because then it creates a discussion. And that's really all that I do on this channel is it's a discussion. I am certainly not an expert on how things are going to go. Nobody is. Let's just face it. No one's an expert. We're all in the same boat. We can hypothesize. We can guess, the market's going to go up. They're going to go down. Who really knows? And if anyone tells you that they do know for a fact 100%, watch out. All right? Be careful, because I'm sorry, nothing is 100% except for what? Death and taxes. That's it. That's what you got. However, when it comes to gaming, I am a huge, especially in Web3. Now, this is an valued market right now. This is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and we have been seeing it. And again, Noel, I want to get your views on this. Because in the last bull run, I'm kind of going back and forth. There was a lot of games coming out, and let's face it, a lot of them were shit, right? They didn't play very well. The tokenomics weren't all that great. In 2021, we just started seeing, Web3 gaming coming into its thing. Now what's happening is, now that we're hitting, and a lot of people are saying it's altcoin season and we're in the bull run. I don't think we're in either one right now. I don't think we're in the altcoin season or in the bull run right now. I don't. Right. And there's the thing. Noel, you just hit it right on the head. AI is a lot easier for people because it's almost seamless. It takes less effort. I mean, ChatGPT, really good product. I'm a big proponent of Brave browser. They have Leo built right in. You don't have to go to a website. You can just go right over. You know what? Let's just do this, because I want to, let's do it here. So I'm going to see if I can do this here. I can move this over. Oh, you're going to be that way. If I click up here, this, and I'm going to make this smaller, this is Leo. And what Leo can do, yeah, me too. So what Leo can do here is you can type in your questions, and it's right here on the browser. Now, what I could do is I could also say, summarize this page. Okay? And I'm just going to do it just for fun. Let's come over here, summarize this page, and it will give me kind of a well, hopefully it will. Oh, maybe it's reading me up. But because it's so much. But you can summarize a page of documents or text or whatever it is that you want, and you can actually have, you can do pretty much whatever you want with AI. Now, you have also, I don't want Brave talk right now. Now, we also have, the generative AI, which we're seeing a big issue is, I'm not sure, Noel, if you've seen it, but we've been seeing things, especially on YouTube, where I saw a commercial, an ad from Kathy Wood coming out doing like a giveaway. I saw one on Charles Hoskinson. I saw one from the founder or whatever of Ripple back in the summer. This is what we're seeing now. So AI, I think, is going to be heavily regulated coming up, but it is a lot easier. You can use it for anything. You can you can do, you can have AI in almost anything that you're doing. You can type it in, you can add it. There's apps, free apps. You can pay for images to be made, all that kind of stuff. So I think now artificial intelligence has been around for decades. It's not something that's just happened now. It's been around for a long time, and we're seeing, AI coins. So I agree with you. And I'm with you also as well that I'm in both. I'm in Web3 gaming, and there's certain games that I really enjoy. And, as if you've been watching my channel, you know that I love Shrapnel. I think Shrapnel is going to be an amazing game. It's on the Avalanche C chain, and doing their oh, cool. Spectre AI. I'll have to check that out. Anything that has something that's, kind of like revolutionary or on the forefront of technology, I'm digging on. Like, it's cool to be first, right? It's like I remember watching a Navy SEALs class or training. I forgot what it was, a History Channel or whatever show years ago, and the guys were saying, hey, if you finish first, you get to rest longer, you get certain benefits, so it's good to be first. So it's good to be first. We just want to make sure that, what we're being first in is going to be something that's going to be new and revolutionary, but a lot of times you don't even know that. So it's just about checking everything out and making sure everything works well or everything looks good. Let's see. Okay, I'm digging this. All right. See, I love discussions. Instead of me sitting here philosophizing and shooting the shit, it's nice to actually have a conversation. So let's see here. Okay. Now, are you talking about Shrapnel right now? For the for the circulating supply, they actually, I saw their original white paper, and I saw the circulating supply versus the unlock schedule, and I was like, ooh. But they've went and redid that. They've changed that unlock schedule to make it less drastic. I don't have a copy of that up here now. The last I saw, it was they were working. At least I think they were working on a new, on an updated white paper. But I think that, like anything else, like, I don't focus so much on price so much as I do focus on the fundamentals of the project. What's the market cap? Making sure it's not crazy. I mean, I look at it this way. If it has utility, if it has like good use case, if it's got a good market cap, if it's got a good team around it, developing, building it, creating it, if the community is strong and not, a cult, don't even get me started on that stuff. I actually wrote an ebook about is your crypto a cult? So you can go check it out on Amazon. But that's a whole different ball game. But I think that with Shrapnel, at least, they are constantly improving the fundamentals of the game, and making people, like, right now it's in pre-alpha. Shrapnel's been doing their strategic or their Shrapnel training exercises since pretty much the beginning of the year, since January, February, March, April, since about December, January. I've been on each one of those exercises, their early accesses, which usually last between 3 days. The first one that was done was a 4-day event, just because they were having some server issues and some matchmaking issues, but they got that resolved really quickly. But I think that for any kind of a Web3 game, and this is just my opinion, and I want yours, and if you're watching, guys, jump in here also. It's got to be fun, okay? Last time it was play to earn. Everything was play to earn. You got to, but you really weren't. Or pay to earn, that kind of stuff. I think that's not going to work this time around. I think, with Shrapnel right now anyway, they're going to have, it's like free to play. Of course you need to have an extraction pack, but those are not that hard to get. You could pay for them, or you can get a code from somebody. That's not that hard, but I think for any Web3 game coming out, they've got to be fun to play. For instance, one game that I really enjoy playing, I'm not so much focused on the economy of the game, is Big Time. I like playing that game. That's a fun-ass game. If you haven't played Big Time, you should check it out. It's free, Epic Store. That's a fun game. Another game that I'm looking forward to is Blood Loop, which is another one. I'm sort of on the peripheral of that. I've kind of like, whatever. Getting involved in it. I'm on their Discord and, Telegram and whatever they have. So, but I haven't really super dove into those waters yet. But I do think that game has tons of potential. Another game that I think, and it's been in development hell for years, limbo I should say, is Star Atlas. Star Atlas is another game that, now again, this is not financial advice. If you're looking at me for financial advice, you're barking up the wrong tree, because I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm never going to tell you to buy, sell, hold, or get involved in a crypto project or a Web3 game. I'm just sharing with you my opinions, my views, and all that kind of good stuff. So take what I'm telling you with a grain of salt, do your own research and all that good stuff. But Star Atlas looks amazing. There's what's another one? Off the Grid is another one. So there's a bunch of games out there, and I'm very particular. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of card games, but I do like Gods Unchained. I think that's a really good. That's been around since the last bull cycle, I think. And I actually signed up for it, but once I realized it was like a card game sort of a thing, that's not my speed. I'm more of like that first-person shooter, immersive experience, the extraction type game. Now, a game that's not Web3, at least as far as I know, but is one I haven't played yet, that I've had a lot of people tell me about it, is Helldivers 2. Now, I've heard a lot about that game, and it reminds me of, what was that movie, Starship Troopers. It has that feel to it. I will play that game at some point soon because I think it looks pretty awesome. But gaming in general, and I think now, especially with Web3, is really going to take center stage. But they've got to be good quality games, right? They've got to have a good user interface. Which one? Which one are you talking about? Let me know, because I rattled off like 4 or 5 flipping games. So and depending on the latency, you may have been like answering a question like 5 minutes ago, but dude, there's like so many cool ass games out there. Now, there was, and I'm not going to go there, but there was one gaming launch pad that I was into pretty much a lot for about 2 years. I was really heavily in. I had a lot of their tokens, and I played some of their games, and it was cool, and then it just got not cool for me. I just kind of fell out of love with it, and that just happens. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It just wasn't necessarily my speed once I discovered other games, and I'm like, wow, because I like Call of Duty, I love Modern Warfare, I love those kind of God of War. I love games like those. Those games appeal to me. Not so much, like I said, card games or other types of games. Diablo style games also are fun for me, depending on what it is. I remember playing Diablo with my brother. I mean, I'm probably, any of you guys watching, I'm probably a little bit older than you guys watching, but I remember 23, 25 years ago playing Diablo. I was living in Hawaii at the time, and my brother was in Vermont, and we'd get on our Macs, those Blueberry Macs that they had, those iMacs that they had, and we played Diablo for hours. And so I have a soft spot for games similar to that. Now, with that said, I think, and I want to get your view, guys, if you're watching, and even if you come on later, put your comments in, ask your questions in here. Let me know what you're thinking. But I think that we're going to start seeing, even though the title was like Web3 gaming versus AI, which sector is going to be number one? I'm not going to keep you in suspense, and then I'm going to give you a caveat to it. I think Web3 gaming is going to be the bigger sector. The reason why I think that is I believe that we're going to start seeing, but nothing's for sure, right? We're going to start seeing regulations a lot coming down the pipeline for AI. I mean, there's a lot of, globally now. And ever since AI has been really, over the past year and a half, once Chat GPT came out, boom, right? Kids were using it to do freaking assignments and do essays and turn them in and all this stuff like that. And now you have bias. And that's one of the biggest issues that governments are going to be having with artificial intelligence. Those who are creating those platforms have a bias. And so whatever biases those developers hold will find their way into the game. And so a lot of what I think, now, I'm not the biggest fan of, regulations and censorship and stuff like that. However, I think that there needs to be some sort of SOP, some standard operating procedures that go in line with artificial intelligence, and having tools to be able to know, like, if you're turning something in. For instance, YouTube now is going to be making it sort of a requirement. If you have any artificial or any AI data, or not data, but anything that was created, if it created with AI, having it somewhere on your video or in your description saying that this video was done in part by AI or has AI elements attached to it. So YouTube is going to start implementing those, and that could be tough, because if you do faceless YouTube videos, you might be having an issue, because I don't know if it's going to necessarily affect you if you're monetized or going to get monetized, but when you have to put in, like, yes, this video was partially done through AI, or it was all done, right? You're going to have to put that in and let everyone know. Now, I don't really care. You know what I mean? By now, we are all pros at artificial. We know if we're watching something, if it's fake. Like, if we go on and we're seeing like a video of someone who's supposed to be, and they're like not moving, they're like this, and there's no inflections in their voice, there's no their eyes, you can tell. But I understand that YouTube is trying to create some sort of parameters so people know that, hey, this was created by, in part by AI. Now, going back to the biases and everything else, when it comes to like putting stuff out there and giving information, if someone asks a question, that artificial intelligence, the AI platform, is as smart as whoever creates it and whoever develops it and puts in that information. So that's going to be an issue. So I don't think it's going to be drastic, but I do think that, while AI is definitely a lot easier, seamless, there's creator platforms that, for instance, I use a platform called Opus Clips. They're amazing. They take long-form content and they break them down into shorts. You can now automatically have B-roll put right into your shorts. I actually did one earlier today about Brave Browser, and it put some B-roll in there, some stock footage, which, hey, great. It saves me time, saves me energy trying to do that, but that had artificial intelligence or AI elements in that short. So that is really cool, because you don't have to think about it. The scary thing is you don't have to think about it, right? So as long as and this is my view, when it comes to technology and AI, as long as we maintain it as a servant and it's not our master. Like, unfortunately, I think these were a great tool in the beginning. Now they are in some cases, they master our lives. We can't go anywhere without our phones or without checking our phones or watching YouTube on our phone or whatever. So there's times I don't even bring my phone in the room, or my wife and I will go out somewhere. She'll bring her phone. I'll leave mine at home because I'm like, my wife has her phone. If something happens, everyone who we care about has both of our numbers. So I'm going to tell, like, if I leave and my older kids, then they're older, they're teenagers, like, hey, I'm leaving my phone here. Call Bonnie. That's it. Because I feel liberated a lot of times when I don't bring my phone. So that's why I'm thinking that it's easier for AI because it's seamless and it's easier to use. However, it's right in your face. Like, it's right in your face. When it comes to Web3 gaming, everyone's just chill, right? Just kind of, it's a game. I think it flies under the radar. However, it's one of those, like, be careful because Web3 gaming is a monster, gaming in general is a monster globally. What was it, 2020, 21? It was $177 billion revenue generated from gaming. I'm sure it's way higher than that now. So in my view, and what I think anyway, is I think that in the short run, we're going to see it maybe kind of level here, go this way. And again, there's a lot of AI coins out there, right? And not all of them are going to survive. If we're talking about in the blockchain and crypto and that sort of thing, which is kind of what I'm talking about, who are people going to invest in? Web3 gaming or AI? Noel, I know you're here. I'm like you. I'm going to do both because why the heck not? I almost swore there. I held myself together. I hope you're proud of me. I'm going to do both. I'm going to invest in both. But I'm going to be very, very selective, of course, in any one that I choose. Because once we get through this halving, now I'm circling back, once we get past the Bitcoin halving, which I think is going to be next week, isn't it around the 14th? I think it's around the 14th that the halving is going to take place. And I don't know if we're going to see anything immediately happen, but we're going to find out what happens because whatever goes on with Bitcoin and Ethereum goes into altcoins. Now, we also know that the stock market and crypto kind of go hand in hand. So if all the markets are down in the stock market, chances are it's going to parallel in crypto. Now, not all the time and not all cryptos, but a lot of times. So you can kind of get an indicator and you can kind of check that out. But yeah, I'm digging. I think, like I said, a lot of Web3 games, and I think that one game really, and I hope they do succeed because they've been struggling, is, as I said before, Star Atlas. Now, I just want the Web3 gaming. I just want the gaming industry itself to be good, right? I want every crypto project, if they're quality, to survive and be successful because there's room for everybody. There's room for everybody. And, my main Web3 game that I'm really dialed in on, and you guys know, is Shrapnel. Like, I'm do content about Shrapnel. You're welcome. I do content on Shrapnel. I'm going to be live streaming their games. I think that game is totally overlooked. Like, you can go on and do a Shrapnel video and it may get 100, 200 views. In the past, I did a gaming videos and they were getting 8,000 views, 9,000 views. Respectable for my small channel. So I'm a big proponent of Shrapnel. I'm a big proponent of Web3 games. Just don't be shit. Just be a good game. Let people have fun. If you're going to have it with an economy where people can earn, make it to where, the NFTs aren't out of control, where you have to spend gobs of money on NFTs or on this. That to me doesn't interest me anymore. It never really did. And I always had issues with that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think Web3 games are gonna rock. I think they're really going to shine. And I'm also going to throw this out there at you. I also think that you're welcome. You're going to 1 a.m. Oh, dude, I hope you subscribe to the channel, man, before you go, or if you haven't. But I think we're also going to be seeing artificial intelligence become more prevalent and adapted or adopted by Web3 games, because why not? I think we're going to see, and there could be games out there that are doing that, and I'm just dropping the ball. I'm just missing it. But I think we're going to see a combination. There's going to be a marriage of Web3 games with artificial intelligence. And that's going to be powerful. So the idea of Web3 gaming versus AI, I think short term. Oh, cool. Cool, man. I thought you went to bed, man. I'm glad you're staying. Or you stayed for a few minutes. Where are you? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Where are you located? You're not in the United States. Noel, where are you from, man? I can't remember. Makes me want to go play a game. Makes me want to jump on and I wish Shrapnel was doing one of their Shrapnel training exercises, but not yet. To be announced. But so I'm excited for both. I think both have. I think out of the two, I'm a little bit more concerned about where AI can go, how it's utilized for malevolent purposes, scamming people. I mean, using AI tools to disguise your voice, to create images of celebrities and crypto leaders, to promote scam airdrops, to get you to give out your information. So that's where I'm really concerned with, and this is where I think that having some sort of guidelines for artificial intelligence and having some sort of I don't know what to even call it, a body of people that aren't government officials to kind of like watchdog and keep an eye on where AI goes, because right now it's the Wild West right now. It's the Wild West. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Once that settles down, I think that, we're going to see, once it stabilizes, then I think you're really going to start seeing a lot more happening. A lot of people are saying AI is just has a lot more room to go in ways of market caps, that depending on the crypto token you get yourself involved in. And then maybe in some cases that's true, because I think AI is more mass accepted right now than Web3 gaming. Notice I said Web3 gaming, okay? I think that once we get past this bull cycle and we go into the next one, that's when you're going to see, I think, a major evolution in Web3 games. You're going to see a lot more of them coming up. Right now, there's only a handful that I'm interested in. Some haven't even come out yet, and I'm on the fence with, but that's kind of my views when it comes to Web3 games, and specific ones, like I gave you a few, and some that aren't. Just playing games are fun, and that's what it should be. Playing a game should be fun. It shouldn't be about, once you start implementing money, and Shrapnel was dealing with this on their STXs, where people, once you're if there's a leader pool, or a prize pool with a leaderboard, you got a lot of people doing some shady stuff out there, teaming up, just basically cheating. And when you incorporate or when you implement a structure where now, okay, there's an economy involved where now you can win X amount or do this or do that, that's when things are going to happen. So you've kind of ceased the fun part of it. Now it's like, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to, get what I can, get as much as I can, and, integrity be damned. So that's the thing that I think, maybe artificial intelligence can really help out in that department. Maybe they can oversee and maybe they are already, and I'm not paying close enough attention, but having systems in place where artificial intelligence is keeping an eye out and really making sure that, now I know these games, like for Shrapnel, again, I know I talk about Shrapnel, but like they have systems in place where they know who's cheating. I mean, they watch every single game that's played. It's crazy, right? And they deal with those cheaters. They ban them for life, where you can't go back in. You can't, or you get, depending on what the situation is, you may get banned for a month. You may get banned permanently, depending on the severity of your infraction. So that's kind of my thoughts on Web3 gaming, artificial intelligence. I think both are amazing. Both have tons of potential. I think both of them are going to rule the crypto markets. And I believe that, yes, artificial intelligence is easily accessible. There's not really many barriers to get involved. It's almost like behind the scenes. Web3 gaming is more, now you're getting more involved. Maybe you have to set up an account. You got to set up a couple accounts. Then you got to make sure you have a PC that runs it. Now you got to make sure you have, you may have to have certain criteria to get involved. So yes, there's different points that you have to do and more steps to get involved in Web3 gaming. But I do think that, for me anyway, I think, I don't know, my gut, I wish I could give you something scientific, but I can't. My gut is telling me that I think Web3 gaming is really going to take off. Maybe more so than artificial intelligence this time around, or be neck and neck. It's going to be close, right? They're going to be slugging it out back and forth this whole for the next, until something else comes along, right? New shiny toy. Right now, artificial intelligence, Web3, because we all know layer ones and blockchains and payments. Okay, whatever, right? Now, gaming. Yeah, man. Artificial intelligence, that's some cool shit. Let's go. So those are my views. I want to hear yours. So if you have any questions or concerns, or you want to add something to this discussion, put them in the comments section below. Remember, if you love seeing any of the stuff that I'm doing, any of these live streams, the videos, the, watch parties we do, all kinds of that fun stuff, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. It's a small click for you, but it really is a big deal for me. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for being a part of this channel, because without you, there would be no me. Have a great night, everybody. And remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps.